All right, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining another video. This is going to be a quick video on how to create a resume without any experience, so basically volunteer experience, anything that you have to boost up your resume if you're applying to college or if you're applying to a job. I like to keep my videos quick and short and simple and to the point, so we're going to go through this really quickly, but if you have any questions, feel free to put them down below in the comments. So first off, we're going to start off with our bolding our name and including a professional email, your address, and a phone number if you choose to. Most people usually call for an interview or email depending on the specific place. And then we're going to bold our section. So we do want to start off with the education, italicizing the high school name, and then adding your GPA if it is above a 3.0 in the year of graduation. Next up, we're going to start off with our volunteer work. This is going to boost up the resume. And here, I'd like to include it in order from the most recent. So you'll see a little bit later that I will be switching it around, but I just wanted to let you know that it's totally up to you if you want to include the most recent dates or the oldest dates at the top of your resume. And here, we're going to make sure we include a few bullet points and make sure everything is even and aligned on both sides. Feel free to open up the margins if you choose to. So here we have Stacy's Soup Kitchen, and also include the date and make sure that you're using the proper words and tenses. So for example, if you did it in the past, make sure you add that ed at the end, and make sure that if it's something that you're currently still involved in, you do have the proper wording and nouns for that too. And you can see here that I decided to switch up the placement and include the Boys and Girls Volunteer Club first because that's the most recent. And then I am going to lead over with Stacy's Soup Kitchen, and then lastly the library greeter. Now again, it is really important to use some keywords that'll capture the person's attention when they are seeking for different positions. So make sure you go ahead and Google some different synonyms or words that best fit what you have done while you were at that specific place. In the meantime as well too, while we are here, I wanted to let you know that it is great if you also have 3 resumes right on hand. You can use those for most of the jobs that you're applying to. Most likely for college, they will ask for reference letters. But again, just make sure that you do have someone that is really trusted and that can definitely talk about you as a great person. So here, the one thing that you want to do that I did not is just to make sure that you spell it correctly. I believe I forgot to add another I between the T and E for activities. And again, make sure everything is bolded. So here we have for extracurricular activities, Central High School Financial Student President. And I'm trying to play around here to see how I want to make sure things are even out to include and make sure that you indicate that you are president of that club. That is really important. So I believe I'm just going to italicize that and put it in parentheses. So everything is included on the same line. You'll see here that I played around too a little bit with just making sure that I keep everything aligned and making sure that the actual positions are seamless throughout the resume. And again, you do want to make sure that you include information that's really relevant. Sometimes for different positions, you may have to switch it up a little bit, take out some things that may not best fit, or add in some things that you may have forgotten about. Also, highlight any key things that are really popular now too. So if you want to say that you assisted with as a social media content manager, make sure you include that you're well versed in Instagram, specific platforms. Make sure that you are great with Publisher as well as Canva and all those different social media platforms as well too. Although a lot of you have attended school through the virtual season, make sure that you include those different activities while you were virtual, because it just shows that we're around the students still being involved in those different activities, even though we were during the pandemic. Now, next up here, we have the awards, skills, and achievements. And again, you want to make sure that everything is all even and aligned. And you'll see here later on that I took out the skills, and I'm going to make that a separate section. But here, just to make things a little bit easy and short and simple, I am putting the different times that these positions were held, or either the awards or achievements that were received at those specific dates. I'm not including the specific actual day, but just the month and year is most important. And again, here, anything else that you feel like would be helpful, if you're fluent in any other languages, that would be great too. Next up, I'm just going through to make sure that everything looks nice and simple and even. Make sure you double check that grammar and have someone check it as well too. And this is about it. Again, if you do have any questions or if you need assistance, feel free to let me know and I'll be happy to assist you. Good luck with applying.